guys, welcome back to our podcast, Teenage Junkie. I'm May.
And I'm Annie.
And we're so happy that you guys decided to tune in with us. So today we're going to go ahead and talk about college, or more specifically, what you plan to go to college for.
Wait, May, but what if we're not sure what we want to go to college for?
Okay, well, if you don't know or you're not sure yet, trust me, you guys are not alone and you guys are not the only ones. So for today's episode, we decided to go ahead and make a list of some tips and some ideas that you can go ahead and try at home to go ahead and help you to see what you want to go to college for.
Yeah, like it's just because I'm currently struggling with picking my what major, but these tips actually really help. So we hope you guys really enjoy these tips and they help you. We're hoping they really do help you.
And these are not just, tips that we see other people doing. These are tips that for personal experience have really helped us a lot to go ahead and not decide for us, but go ahead and push us into the right direction of where we want to go, and a decision where we're happy about it, we're good about it. So like I said, we went ahead and made a list for you guys, and we really do hope these tips help you out. So do you want to go ahead and start us off, Annie?
Yeah. Okay, so the first tip we would suggest is make a list of any careers you find interesting. And if that list is really long, let's say you have 20 things, just eliminate the ones that you don't picture yourself doing.
Yeah.
If they
remember, guys, this is something you're going to be doing for the rest of your life. Yeah. So if you really don't picture yourself doing this, or if you picture yourself really unhappy doing this, then maybe that's not the best choice. And maybe that's something you can go ahead and eliminate from your list.
Yes, and don't go based off something that's cool. Don't follow what everyone's doing. Let's say everyone's becoming a nurse, so I want to become a nurse. Yeah. No, if you like it, you're all for it. But don't be peer pressure into something that you can't see yourself doing long term.
Like we said, or like I said again, guys, this is something you're going to be doing for the rest of your life. So this is a really, something that you really need to put in some thought into.
Yeah.
So second we have on the list is go online and take career quizzes. You'd actually be surprised how accurate they are. This is something that me and Annie do all the time.
Yes. And it's actually very fun.
Yeah, it is. You have to think about yourself and you're like, what do I like? You know? So you'd actually, like I said, be really surprised how accurate they are, and they really are helpful.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, they really are. The last one, you want to go ahead and do this one, Annie?
Yeah, I'll do the last one. Okay, so the last one is, honestly, guys, take a breather. Picking your major or whatever you want to study for, it can be so stressful because there's pressure from everyone. Your parents, yourself, and just anyone. Just take a breather, and you know that, they're life-changing decisions, but you can change it if...
Yeah, we're not saying that whatever you go into, that's what you have to stick to. Obviously not. Sometimes even though you want it really bad, they're not just for you. But these are decisions that are gonna go ahead and set your life. So they're not supposed to be easy, and you're not supposed to on the spot decide.
Yes, it's not meant to be easy. This is not something easy. This is life changing.
Yeah, this is a life changing decision.
Yes,
you have to make. So it's not supposed to be easy. You're not supposed to wake up one morning and just be like, got it.
If you are all for it, but it's sort of unlikely that's gonna happen, because
if you are one of those people, you're so lucky.
I was set before a few years back. I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna become a baker or something like that, or a veterinarian. I can't even say that word. Veterinarian, because it's all those little and also police officer. I was so into crime, and I still love crime.
And then a psychologist. You wanted to be a psychologist?
Yeah, I'm still gonna. I don't know. Should we tell them our little personal experiences or Okay, so I am gonna go for an associate's in psychology. Not of course where I can be a doctor, but just probably a social worker or something like that. Yeah. And then I eventually want to transfer to a different university where I can do fashion design because I am a little bit more interested in that. But due to our location, there really isn't a fashion design
like
program.
They don't offer that kind of stuff where we are.
But I love both of them. But I eventually do want to double major. So
I like that. You see, you're going for both of your passions.
Yeah.
And like I said, well, like, you don't have to choose one. Or like, if you want to change it, like, go ahead. Like, for example, me. I like to have a plan, basically. Like, I like to write a paper, like, on a piece of paper, write out, like, the next 10 years of my life. School-wise.
Yes.
Like, I like to write about what I'm going to go ahead and do, like, the classes, how long I'm going to be there. And you know what I mean? I like to do that. And so I was set on in getting an associate's in criminal justice. And then I wanted to transfer to university and get a bachelor's in criminology.
Yeah.
And then today, one of my teachers told me that that he was going to give me 4 years. And then I was going to take over his place. And he teaches AP Spanish. So that's Advanced Placement Spanish.
Yes.
And before, I've taught his class, and I really enjoyed it. I really liked being up there and teaching. But then he tells me that, and that kind of just like...
It's like, do I really want to do what I'm going for?
Yeah, like, it literally, like, it ruins my plan. Like, my 10-year plans, it ruins it, because I'm just like, oh my God, like... That's not, it's like, being a teacher, that's something that I wouldn't hate, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I would actually love that.
Yeah, and I can actually see May being a teacher, but for myself, like, I could never be a teacher. Like, no, I can't handle any age of, like, before, like, 18. Like, I can't handle anyone.
Yeah, like, and I can actually, like, picture myself doing that, and I'm just like, oh my God. And I was, that's funny, today I was literally talking to my mom about it, with what my teacher told me, and she goes, well, do you like that? Do you see yourself? And I'm like, I do see myself doing that.
Yeah.
And like, if 4 years, like I think about it, I'm just like, in 4 years, like, am I picturing myself being a teacher? Am I picturing myself, like, being in the university, finishing up my bachelor's? Like, how do I picture myself in 4 years? And then I start to freak out because, like, I made this whole plan for myself, and then now it's just like, it's not going with what I really want.
Yes.
But if you asked me a few months back, like, that was a perfect plan.
Yeah.
I literally, Annie knows, like, I was completely set on that. Like, I was completely set on it. But then he tells me little things like that. Like, before he would, like, give me, like, a note where it would be like, you'd be a great teacher. And so little things like that, it's just that mess with me, and I'm just like, oh my God, like, is this really what I want? But then I think about it, and I'm like, oh, I would love to be a teacher. But then I think about it, and I'm like, no, but I want to go into the criminal justice like area. Yeah, like criminology, like. And then it just confuses me, and I'm just like, no, like, I literally told him, I was like, no, you can't do this to me, like, like, you were there. I was like, no, you can't do this to me. Like, I was so set on it.
Yes. And because first May was like, no, like, I'm set. Like, I'm saying, like, a few weeks back, because starting this year, I have been a little iffy on what I want to do. So May was like, no, I'm set on what I want to do. And then this week, May is like, crap, like, I'm in the same situation as you. Like, I don't know what I want to do, you know?
And I was like, it was even to the point where I was, like, bragging, like, to Annie. I was like, oh my God, like, I'm ready. Like, I already know what I'm going to do. I already have, like, the next 10 years of my life, education-wise, planned out. Like, this is what I'm going to take the first semester. This is what I'm going to take the second semester. These are the classes I'm going to take when I transfer to university. Like, I literally, I was, like, to the point where I was, like, proud of myself and bragging about it. And then Annie would come to me, and she'd be like, oh, I don't know, like, psychology is what I want to do, but I also have this big passion for fashion.
Yes.
And this is, and, like, I would love to do that. And then I'd kind of be like, can't relate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'd kind of be like that. And then now, like, I'm just like, oh, crap, like, Annie, like, I don't know what to do. And then I'm literally, like,
I feel like now
taking quizzes and everything, and I'm just like, oh my God, please help me.
No, now I feel like it's the opposite, because I think I'm pretty certain that maybe this is like the the farthest of the maybes, the possibilities, that I will transfer. I will try to transfer to a different country as an exchange student to do fashion design. But, you know, like, that's, like, if it happens, you know? Just, I feel like...
find out you're modeling for freaking, like, Dolce & Gabbana or something like that. Like, freaking Gucci over there, Chanel.
No, yeah. But, honestly, it really helps having more than one plan. See, like, mine is, like, okay, like, if I don't do fashion design in the United States, I'm going to become an exchange student.
Yeah, and I feel like that's, like, the problem with me. I don't like to have, like, plan A, plan B, plan C, plan D. I literally have, like, certain. Plan A, and that's the only plan I have. Like, just plan A, and I'm set on it, and that's what I'm gonna do. But then, like, you give me options, you give me plan B, you give me plan C, and I start freaking out. I'm like, oh my god, no, these are, like, too many. I can't.
Yes. So, that, I don't know, I feel like all those tips we gave you guys really do mix in with what we're going through right now, so you guys know, like, oh my god, they're making it up. No, they really help. Take the breather
there's
and all
so
that.
many more tips, but these are personally the ones that really helped us. I mean, even though we're kind of unsure at the moment, but but no, these tips really do help. Like, I can't stress it enough. They really do help a lot. Like, literally, like, last year when my mom was like, you need to start thinking about what you want to go to college for, like,
that was my mom
even though
too.
Even though you still have, like, one more year left, like, you really start need to figure it out. And all my life I knew I wanted to have, like, a government job or, like, a federal job. So all my classes did kind of go together with that. I always took if you guys hear cars, we're so sorry.
We're so sorry. The background noise. We're so unprofessional. We're so sorry, guys. We're so unprofessional.
No, it's so loud outside with all the cars passing by. But I forgot what I was saying.
That you're like a year?
Yeah, like, my parents were like, you have, like, a year left. Like, you need to start figuring out what you want to go to school for. So they would literally sit me down in the kitchen table, and they would make me go, like, on Google, and they would make me look up, like, the longest list ever of all the careers possible here. And I was like, I didn't even know this was a career. You know what I mean? Like, I would see things, and I'm like, whoa, I can make a living out of that?
Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, like, it's so crazy. Literally, you can make a living out of anything. And you can make it a career. And I was like, oh, like, okay. So I would, like, literally make a list of all the ones that I found interesting, something that I liked. And like I said, in high school, I always took, like, classes that went with that. Like, I took, like, family and children classes, in case I wanted to be a social worker, because social worker, that was one of the top ones on my list. Yeah. So, like, I took family, children and family classes. I took criminal justice classes. What else did I take? I've been taking Spanish classes all my life, so that would help me
with the bilingual part.
Bilingual. What other classes did I take? I don't even remember what other classes I took.
But I feel like it all sets you to
like, it was all like, like, if I want to be a social worker, I kind of had, like, a little bit of insight of that was, I went into a criminal justice class, we're taking forensics, so, like, everything went with kind of, like, the big idea of what I wanted to go into. Yeah. So just doing that helps, like, if you're just starting high school and you're choosing classes, or if you're going in your second year of high school and you're choosing classes, that's another thing we would recommend. Kind of take classes that kind of
relate to your...
Yeah, kind of go with what you really like and what you plan on going to college for.
Yes. And here's a big difference that you can tell between me and May is that she's so organized. I am everywhere. Like, I'm all over the place. I really haven't taken any classes that will actually help me to, like, what I want to do.
She's taking Pilates.
Yeah, I've taken dance and all that.
Well, I took dance too.
Yeah, but I feel like I do more of the hobbies thing. Like, I love putting patches on clothes. I love making jewelry. I love making so many different things. Thrifting. Yeah, like, I make things. I make my own clothes, you know, like, in a way. Which is, like, why I think, like, I really want to go to fashion design.
Yeah, like sometimes I see like Annie with like some sick earrings, and I'm like, "Whoa, where'd you buy them?" She goes, "Oh, I made them," and I'm just like, "What? How'd you make that? Like, how do you do that?" Yeah. Or like she comes in like to class with like a rocking like sweatshirt or like a t-shirt, and I'm like, "Oh my god, where did you buy that? Like, I need that." And she goes, "Oh, I bought it thrifting," and I'm like, "What?"
And then I've taken May with me thrifting, and
we didn't find anything.
Yeah, I told her, I was like, "You're never like." There's some days where it's gonna be like the holy grail, like you find everything, but other days you're not. So I feel like even your hobbies can help you decide what you want to do. You know,
definitely.
Because see, like, imagine like I skate. I like skating, but I'm not gonna go for. I'm becoming
Tony Hawk 2.0.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go to like Tony Hawk, Brianna King, or something like that. No, but
like fashion design, yeah, that
like,
can take you somewhere.
Yes, and I don't know. Have a few plans.
Yeah, like Annie said, we're very different. Like I feel like Annie takes classes that like she likes.
Yeah.
And I feel like I take classes that like in the future are like more beneficial. Yeah, like that's how I see it. Like I take classes that I know will do me good in the future. And he's like, "Oh, yeah, I like dancing. Let's take a dance class."
Yeah, I was like, because in like high school, like almost, I feel like only this year I didn't do dance. I was obsessed with dance. I was like, oh my god, I was like, what if I like
become a dancer?
Yeah, I was like, what if I become a dancer? And then I was like, nah, that's not for me. Like, I like it just as a hobby.
Yeah, and there's some things that are made to be just a hobby, and then there's some things that are made to be like, okay, we can take this somewhere. Like I can.
This can be my career.
Yeah, I can do something out of this. And I'm not saying like dance is just a hobby, guys. No, like obviously a lot of people like some great dancers. Yes. Wow, like I see them and I'm like, oh my god, like that's like in you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel like you know. You sometimes know because I don't know. I'm a very shy person. But, like...
Are you really, though?
To you. Well,
I'm just
to other people. To other people. But my mom told me, she's like, "Why, you're so shy. Why do you want to be, like, a social worker, like a psychologist? You have to talk to people." Yeah. And I'm like, I just have a passion to helping people. Like, I just want to help people,
and even though you're, like, an introvert or, like, an extrovert, like, sometimes, like, the things you really unexpected, like, the most unexpected things that you would, like, think of, like, end up being, like, the thing, like, you're literally were born for. Like,
yeah, because I have this weird thing into spooky things, and I always tell May, hey, like, I'm gonna go work at, like, a psych ward. She's like, oh my god. She's like, aren't you scared? And I'm like, no, like, I swear, like, I love it. Like, it would be a dream if I ever got to work, like, in a psych ward. Like, I just love it.
She's the creepy one out of both of us.
Yeah, I just love weird things. Like, she can say, I'm weird. Like, I'm really weird.
In a good way. I love her weirdness, but, like, she's weird.
Yeah, like, people look at me and be like, you're weird. Like, why are you into that? Like, some, like, I don't know, like, because I'm a very, like, you can say naturalist or something like that. Yeah. I like crystals. I believe in, like, the energies and all that. And then people are like, are you serious? And I'm like, yeah, like, let me be,
Yeah, like, she's like that. And then I'm into, like, killing. Like, not crystal, that's so wrong, but, like, killers, and, like, I'm like, oh my god, did you hear about that serial killer? Or, like, did you hear about, like, this crime that happened? Yeah. And I'm, like, into that, but then at the same time, I scare myself. Like, I'm just like, why am I like this? Or, like, I'm listening to, like, what's that podcast we listen to? Not Mile High?
No, it's by Kendall Ray.
Yeah.
We love her.
Yeah. So I'm literally like, oh my god, did you hear about this? But then I'll listen to it in the most, like, when you're not supposed to listen to, like, a teenager getting killed, like, I'm literally driving home from work in the, like, at night,
and then she calls me, she's like, I think I'm gonna get murdered, and I'm like, you're fine.
Yeah, I'm literally like, oh my god, like, I'm gonna get killed. Like, it's like this teenager was killed driving home from work, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm driving home from work, like, what's gonna happen to me? And I scare myself, and then I turn it off, and then I'm just like, okay, no, mate, you can't listen to this, not right now. And then, like, I get home, and I, like, literally run to my front door. And then I'm like, my mom was like, what are you doing? And I was like, I was listening to like this like real crime podcast, and like I scared the crap out of myself, Mom. Yeah. And then she's like, well, you gotta go close the gate. And I was like, there's no way I'm going outside right now. Like, not at all.
Yeah. Going back to like literally
we totally got sidetracked.
But see, like, your personalities can really help you like pick your career, like what you want to major in, you know? It's just definitely. I just like going over, take a breather, make a list, cross out what you see yourself doing, cross out don't cross out. Like pick the ones you see yourself doing and cross out the ones that you don't really see yourself doing. You just wish you could be, but then you're like, no, like going through all the classes. Look at the prereqs, right? Yeah. Of the classes. That helps so much.
Yeah, or even if like you do everything and you're still not sure, you can just start off with your prereqs. Like, get the basics done. Yes. And maybe in like those 1.5, 2 years it takes you to go ahead and complete those prereqs, like you finally like know what you're gonna do.
Yes. I don't know, guys. It's
hard, guys.
And college season, you can say, is coming up really soon.
Yeah.
But don't feel rushed, because I literally just made my mind up and I'm not complete. I'm like 50% decided. The other 50 is still, am I really going to go to school for psychology? You know?
I'm back to base 1.
Yes.
That's what I am.
But guys, just stay calm. It's hard. It's not meant to be easy. Mm-hmm. But trust me, if you go after something you like, you're going to enjoy waking up at 7 in the morning going to work.
Okay, maybe not 7. Like, that's a little
too early. That's usually when work starts.
How about, like, 9?
Maybe. But I don't know. You guys, we're so thankful for you guys. Actually,
yeah, like, oh my God.
Like, our podcast is doing pretty good.
Yeah, like, oh my God, this whole week, like, thank you so much. Well, first of all, thank you so much for like following us on social media, like on Instagram, teenage_junkie. Like, like this week we've been actually getting followers, and we're so happy. Like, just like seeing like the notifications, someone's following you. Like, it literally makes our heart like want to explode of like gratefulness and like happiness and like joy, and it's like so amazing. We're really glad that you guys are enjoying our
little podcast.
Yeah, our podcast, our little baby.
Yes.
We have so much fun making it. Like, literally through like the entire week, we're just like, oh my God, can we record now?
Can we already record?
Yeah, like we're literally so excited. We're just like, okay, can we record now? Or when are we gonna record?
We love it, guys, and I don't know. I feel like we are getting some support, and shout out to people following us on Instagram. We made a Twitter, so if you want to go ahead and follow us on Twitter now, it's junkie_teenage, and then make sure to follow our Instagram at
teenage_junkie, and then subscribe to our YouTube channel, Teenage Junkie Podcast.
Share, like, and subscribe, guys.
Like, we literally, we love you guys. This is awesome.
Yes.
Then this is just the beginning, guys. We really do hope, we're helping you, and give us your feedback. If you think maybe this isn't helpful, then go ahead and let us know. We'll go ahead and try to do something that's more helpful for you.
Yeah.
Me and Annie do spend like what is that called? Brainstorming, yeah. Brainstorming the entire week. Like, okay, what do you think they want to hear? Like, what do you think they're having trouble with? And
I feel like we're going depending not the little, but like the months, like, like a lot of people are getting are registering for colleges.
Yeah, like college applications are almost due. Scholarships applications are almost due. Another thing, guys, apply to scholarships. Like, they're amazing.
They are. Yeah. Because this past weekend, I applied to so many scholarships.
Like,
apply to as many as you can.
Yeah, literally. Like, even if you probably don't even meet one of the requirements, just apply. Like, literally just apply.
Yes.
You never know. You can be lucky. But yeah, apply to scholarships. They're so good.
Yes.
We love scholarships.
But thank you guys for watching this episode. All of our social media is going to be in the
description box.
Yeah, I was going to say link in the description, but we don't have no link. I'll link something, guys. But
we'll link our social media.
Yeah. But thank you guys for watching this week's episode on Teenage Junkie. Yeah. I'm Annie.
I'm May. And And we can't wait to see you guys again next week for a new episode. If you have anything that you guys want us to talk about, cover, or anything, go ahead and let us know. We'll also link our email down, so you guys can go ahead and email us whenever you'd like. And you have anything else, Annie?
That's it. Just thank you guys so much.
We love you.
All right.
Bye guys.